play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you, and I'll do me. That's just the way it is.
Boom.
Biddly, 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 boy. Yes, yo. Here we go. There ain't nobody down round here, yo. You know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here. Quick shit vid, the second shit vid of the day. Go check out the one from earlier on today. That rhymes. Obviously, day rhymes with day, but today is just like a different twist on day. If you could support the channel, guys, that'd be really appreciated. If you can like and subscribe and do all that stuff. The subscribers are slowly pondering up. We are looking to get to 6,000 before the start of the season, which we're not going to achieve. But, you know, you set the bar there and you land there, don't you? So, and also, I don't know why I'm talking we as though there's like some sort of an operation going up in this bitch. You know, we just do video de Mirada, Rapidos, don't we? Which is quick ship vids. Crystal Palace allegedly in for Bilal El Kounas now. There was some shite about West Ham earlier. It gets a bit tiresome, doesn't it? There's also, I've seen a flash about Tottenham Hotspurs potentially in for him. Obviously, they've lost Heung-min Son. And it's absolutely mental. The amount of shit that's getting spun out. I mean, it's gone really quiet, and we do have to keep moving. I honestly don't think it's still anything to worry about. I think people are too quick to jump down that we deserve more communication. If it's gone quiet, it's gone quiet. It's gone quiet for everybody, hasn't it? Really, in the grand scheme of things. The articles are spinning all the same names out there. The Sun leads with. The Sun leads with, I don't know why. I mean, the Sun leads with, I've never said in my whole life, but the Sun leads with the most mental headline I've ever seen. This is where you just know it's gone. The game's gone. The media has gone into meltdown about Leeds United. We obviously get clicks. I think just from there's that many content creators, I think we're all clicking on the same articles. I just think we've got to drag some of these bastards in at some point. Genuinely, the Sun leads with, I'm sticking with that, the Sun leads with Alex Oxlade Chamberlain on the brink of Besiktas transfer exit with Leeds United among possible destinations. Now, I have heard it absolutely all now. I couldn't even be bothered looking up how old Alex Oxlade Chamberlain is. He's probably not that old because I know he started when he was very much a youngster, but he's definitely in his 30s. And if I had to hazard a guess, I would say either 31 or 33. I don't know if somebody wants to be asked and Google it and whack it in the chat, in the comments section, which I do strongly advise you all leave a comment for me, guys. It's much appreciated and it helps that algorithm, doesn't it, with the YouTube Nazis. But yeah, I've literally heard it all now. I mean, you wouldn't have even been up for that when he went to Besiktas. He's so injury prone and stuff. I mean, hell of a player in there, wasn't he, as a youngster? And, when he got his move to Liverpool and stuff, he can definitely play ball, can't he, the kid? And his bird's fit and that. I think from Little Mix. Is that who he bangs? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's that blonde one from Little Mix. She's tidy. He's obviously, got a bit about him in that sense. Big mandingo, big dick daddy. Crazy headline. Why on earth would, unless we have literally panic button to the nth degree, I mean, to be fair, I sort of took piss out of the Xhaka signing a little bit. I put my neck out on line with Sunderland getting Xhaka. If we got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in, Xhaka would be like Messi, wouldn't he, in comparison to that? So, I mean, he's unbelievably injury prone, is Chamberlain. He's not achieved anything at Besiktas, which, let's be honest, is a shit standard. I had a few comments and my mate texted me earlier saying that the Saudi Arabian League is actually a decent standard and Hilal would stay up in the Premier League based off one performance against Man City. It's like, what are you basing that on? That is wild to me. Shout out to Tees, but it's a great, you've been to watch a game and then it's like, I'll tell you what, it's like, it's the competitiveness of the league in the Premier League week in, week out. That's what drags you down. It's not a one-off game, which is basically a cup final to them and not a cup final to Man City. They'd be well over the Reds, not having it. Although they're on about signing Darwin Núñez, aren't they? Apparently Liverpool have reached an agreement with Darwin Núñez and Hilal, so that's a mad move. But having said that, also he doesn't really do all. So they get Darwin Núñez, we get Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, don't we? So Wober, my man Wibbling Wober, he could be back on the jokes list and on the back sitting on our bench. The gift that keeps on giving. Again, I don't really care if he's in the squad. Basically, he's picked up an injury. He's obviously gone back out on loan because Farke don't trust him. And let's have it right, he's never fit. But whenever he is fit, he's a decent enough player, and certainly to have in the squad. I'd have absolutely zero intention of him playing a singular minute. But if it comes to it, an absolute desperation strikes, you'd have to go with it, really. I mean, ultimately, we did sign him as a Premier League footballer, didn't we? At the time, the centre back that we thought was going to, come and shore us up a little bit, and he sure as hell didn't. But yeah, so he's picked up an injury. Obviously, his injury record is so bad; it's not good. So they're having serious issues with him getting fit, and concerned that it seems to just be a knock. But you know what Wober's like; it's a madness. So he's been back potentially. Him being back potentially stops the use of an Ampadu emergency, doesn't it? Because as decent as I think Ampadu can be at centre back, and is at centre back when we've got plenty of ball and stuff, I don't want to be having to go down that road again. I do think we need to pick our positions and stick with them. Do you know what I mean? I don't really want to be pulling anybody out of midfield like we'd had to last year. We was able to do that last year because we were so dominant, so good going forward, and so good defensively, that we was able to sort of like get Ampadu in there, and much more of a ball player at back, better on the ball than Struik. But it would be emergency stations, wouldn't it? And also, I just don't want to be milking it. If he's playing well in CDM, you don't want to be messing with positions. Similarly, if he's not playing particularly well at CDM, and Farker wants to switch it up and go long stack Tanaka, for instance, and play that type of a three, I then don't want him to feel forced into putting Ampadu into centre back and stuff if we're short and he has to bring him back in and stuff. I don't want to go down that road. I want round pegs in round holes, even though I think that's a slightly harsh evaluation of Ampadu's worth at centre back, but it's certainly, I think we can all agree, an emergency, isn't it? Schmidt, loads of talk about Schmidt being on the way out. He's getting compared to Geldart in some articles, which I think's a little bit harsh. They're saying on Geldart, I mean by that, they're saying that he's a promising youngster, and it seems to have stalled under. They didn't say under Farker, but I think that's what they're suggesting. But it's a crazy comparison for me. I think Geldart's achieved significantly more than Schmidt. Probably in general, never mind, but certainly at the club, at Leeds United, he played 71 minutes for us last year. I know Geldart didn't. He played in a cup game and then got thrown out. So in recent years, Geldart has. But he did bits for us in Premier League, didn't he? He had some massive moments for us. And he actually looked like he was going to kick on a little bit more than he did. I got a pretty funny comment from my brother, if not yesterday, the day before, which I will add a bit of my own spin on it, because I'm not going to literally quote him because I can't be asked finding the comment. But he said something along the lines of, Schmidt was judged last year and fans were calling for him to start, having not seen him for any minutes. Now he has been completely wrote off and screamed down from the top of the hill how shit he is, having seen him for hardly any minutes the other day. So it's literally like, as I say, I've added my own twist to that quote, but that's how we do it, innit? You don't know what you've got till you get it, and no one do it how he does it. You know this by now. If you don't know by now, then you never knew. So we always switch it up a little bit. But, it is kind of true, and I've been part of that, but I was never calling for Schmidt to play, to be fair. I wasn't, I thought Farker's currently got top at league and we're doing all right, so I will back them, my man, no matter Farker. We've got an example here of some sensational clickbait. It's absolutely wonderful. So it's Archie Gray speaks out. That will be my headline. That is the headline that I'm using for the channel, but it's also the headline on a news article about, it says Archie Gray speaks out about transfers. And it's just about Heung-min Son, which is a madness, isn't it? Suggesting that it's like he didn't speak out. He just said he's been great. You've really welcomed me to the club. You're a great person, both on and off the pitch. He just did the spiel about his Spurs teammate. And then it knows that they're getting the Leeds United clicks, and we fucking love it, mate. So if we can transfer a few of them clicks from what I have to read into here, we're loving it, loving it, loving it. We're loving it like that. And do you really like it? Is it wicked? We're loving it, loving it, loving it. We're loving it like that. How do you like my channel? We're reportedly in for that Inter Milan forward, aren't we? Mehdi Tarami, he's 33, well experienced. He apparently wants Premier League experience also. He was up for it, Iranian international, been at Porto. Always got plenty of goals where he's been, but they have dried up while he's been at Inter Milan, and it has to be said that he's been a bit of a flop of late. I think that's the general consensus over in Milan. But he actually has some injury worries as well. So Leeds will be looking further into that allegedly. But again, I just think it's a case where there's not much coming up, so there's not much coming out. But if it comes up, it must come out, as you well know. But I'm team Mitrovic over Tarami. I got a bit of shit earlier for saying that I'm not 100% certain on Mitrovic. I just think, I don't know where we're going with that one. It worries me ever so slightly. I don't want to end up in a scenario where we've got someone in on relatively... I mean, he'll want some decent wages. Right? People were saying that he's going to want his full Bunsen burner that he's getting at Halal. He's not going to want that, is he? He's got to know that he's taking a pay cut, that's for certain. And I know he's a big, horrible bastard and he's a big beast, but it doesn't particularly arouse me. It would have done had we gone up last year and we could have picked him up or something, but I just think a year away in Saudi, no matter how much Tees tries to tell me that it's a brilliant standard, I don't know. You know, they go on about French league being a farmers league. I've seen some highlights for Ronaldo and that, and it looks bad to me. It's not for me. But yeah, keep liking, keep subscribing, guys. There'll be a shit vid tomorrow morning, shit vid in the afternoon, and I will be going live for the underlap. So I'll see you all then. Thank you very much, guys. Keep supporting. I really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell 10 men. Keep moving this on. Bye. Peace.
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is.
Boom.